I want you to picture this. You're rushing out the door, late for work, coffee in one hand. You reach down and yank your phone charger from the wall. You hear that familiar click, that satisfying little snap as the plug pops free, and you don't think twice about it. Why would you? It's just a plug. 3 little pins. Simple, boring, done. But wait, look at that plug again. Really look at it. 2 pins up top, small, identical. And then that one at the bottom. It's bigger, it's longer, it's just different. Why? Why is one pin bigger than the other 2? Did the manufacturer make a mistake? Is it just for balance? Or is there something your plug is quietly doing for you every single day that you've never once noticed? Turns out there's a brilliant reason. And once you hear it, you'll never look at a power outlet the same way again. Today, we're uncovering why that 3rd pin is bigger, how it silently protects you from electrocution, and why removing it could actually save your life or end it. But before we dive in, welcome back to We Knew That. And if you're new here, this is exactly what we do. Everyday objects, extraordinary secrets. Hit that subscribe button right now because We Knew That drops mind-blowing discoveries like this every single week. You won't want to miss what's coming next. All right, let's go. To understand why that 3rd pin exists, we first have to go back to the early days of electricity, when homes were basically electrical death traps. No, seriously. Imagine the 1900s. Electricity was brand new in homes. People were amazed, thrilled, terrified, and completely unprepared. Because back then, plugs only had 2 pins. That's it, just 2. 1 pin delivered power in, 1 pin returned the current out. Simple circuit, simple plug. But here's the problem nobody predicted. The metal inside your appliance, the casing, the frame, the body, was completely unconnected to anything safe. If a wire frayed inside your toaster, if a wire shifted inside your iron, if anything went wrong electrically inside the device, that metal casing became live, fully charged with electricity. And the second you touched it, the current went straight through you, through your hand, through your chest, into the ground. You became the path of least resistance, and people died. Not occasionally, regularly. Fires broke out, appliances exploded, electrocutions happened in ordinary kitchens. Something had to change. Step 1. The problem with 2 pins. Think of electricity like water flowing through a pipe. You've got water rushing in through one pipe, water flowing back out through another. That's your 2-pin system. Now imagine a leak inside the machine. The water, the electricity, has nowhere safe to go. So it goes everywhere, including through you. That's the 2-pin plug. No safety valve, no escape route. Just raw electrical pressure with no plan B. Engineers knew they had to add a 3rd pipe, a dedicated escape route, one that would catch any leaked electricity and guide it harmlessly into the ground. Not through you, not through your walls, into the earth itself. That's what the 3rd pin is. It's called the ground pin, or the earth pin, depending on where you live, and it doesn't carry any electricity under normal conditions. It just sits there, ready, waiting. The moment something goes wrong inside your appliance, that pin activates, grabs the dangerous current, and redirects it straight into the ground beneath your home. You never feel a thing. Step 2. Why is it bigger? Now here's where it gets really clever. You might be thinking, okay, a ground pin makes sense, but why is it bigger and longer than the other 2? That's not random. That is intentional engineering genius. Think about the last time you plugged something in. Which pin enters the socket first? The big one, the long one, the ground pin. It goes in before the live pins make contact. And when you unplug, the ground pin is the last to leave. Why does that matter? Because the moment electricity starts flowing through a device, even for a split second, dangerous voltage can build up in that metal casing. If your device disconnects live before it disconnects ground, that trapped charge has nowhere to go. It goes wherever it can, which might be your hand. But because the ground pin stays connected longer than anything else, that charge drains safely into the earth first, every time, before you ever touch the casing, before you even finish unplugging. It's like a seatbelt for electricity. It connects before you need it. It disconnects after the danger has passed. Step 3. The legal and financial game changer. Now, here's the angle nobody talks about. Manufacturers didn't adopt this purely out of the goodness of their hearts. By the 1950s and 60s, electrical lawsuits were exploding. Families were suing appliance companies. Insurance claims were piling up. Governments were under pressure. the grounded 3-pin plug became legally mandated across most of the world. In the UK, the BS 1363 standard made it compulsory in 1947. In the US, the NEC began requiring grounded outlets throughout homes, country by country, law by law. Because here's the business reality. One dead customer? That's a lawsuit worth millions. A third pin that costs fractions of a cent to manufacture? That's the cheapest insurance policy in history. The bigger, longer ground pin wasn't just good engineering. It was the answer to a catastrophic legal liability. And here's the final mind blow. Some cheap ungrounded adapters, the kind that let you plug a 3-pin plug into a 2-pin socket, they physically cut off that ground pin. You save a few cents, and you remove the only thing standing between you and a potentially lethal shock. That bigger pin isn't annoying, it's everything. So next time you see that plug, with its 2 small pins and 1 big one, don't think of it as an oddly shaped piece of plastic. You're not looking at a design quirk. You're not looking at a manufacturing mistake. You're looking at decades of hard-won electrical safety. Lessons written in tragedy, re-engineered in silicon, copper, and code. That bigger pin goes in first, to protect you before power flows. It leaves last, to protect you as power fades. And it's legally required in most of the world, because it has literally saved millions of lives. The most important pin in your home is the one that never carries power at all. And that moment when it all clicks? Ahhh, now we knew! If this changed how you see your plug, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to We Knew That for more everyday objects with extraordinary secrets. Drop a comment with "We knew that" and tell us what object to investigate next. New discoveries every week. See you in the next one.